This is Chris Medeiros. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medeiros, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It'll all be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my AEW Dynamite February 23rd, 2022 review. So here we go, discussing about AEW Dynamite. Now we're going to be talking about the first match that kicked off Dynamite tonight. Now, it was a tag team battle royale. Winner of this match, the team that wins this match, will go on to Revolution. Pretty much, I think it'll be a triple threat tag team match, if I'm not mistaken, for the AEW tag team titles. And they'll go and be into that match or whatever. So we're going to talk about it now. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy and Christian Cage was watching this match on the ramp. So yeah, they was there. But the tag teams that was in it, I want to say it was 2.0, the Gun Club, Santana and Ortiz, the Butcher and the Blade, the Young Bucks, Dark Orders, John Silver and Alex Reynolds, Best Friends, Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor, FTR, Private Party, Red Dragon. I think I already said the Young Bucks. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's all the tag teams that's in this match. I don't know if I miss anybody else, but yeah, as I know of, I think that's all the tag teams that's in this match. But yeah, we're going to talk about this match. Now, this match was pretty good, actually. Pretty much, I think the first elimination was the Blade, if I'm not mistaken, or Alex Reynolds. One of them two, that was the first one that was eliminated. Now, I want to talk about the Final Four. The Final Four was Dax Harwood, Matt Jackson, Kyle O'Reilly, and John Silver. Now, those was the Final Four. At one point, we seen John Silver and actually, we seen Dax Harwood and Kyle O'Reilly that was fighting on the ring apron. And they was going at it and stuff, but then Bobby Fish comes up out of nowhere, pretty much kicking Dax Harwood's feet from underneath him, knocking him off the ring apron and eliminating him. So it only led to Kyle O'Reilly, Matt Jackson, John Silver in the ring now. So it was just them three. FTR got eliminated and stuff. And there was some cool moments in this match, like we had Santana and Trent Beretta looking face to face at one point in this match, going back from their rivalry with the parking lot brawl and stuff. And same for the Young Bucks, FTR, looking face to face like they was about to do something and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool moments right there. But like I said, we had the final three, and at one point, John Silver was going to eliminate Matt Jackson. Kyle O'Reilly, and then Matt Jackson comes up with a super kick onto him. And then Kyle O'Reilly lifts him up in the air in a suplex position. Matt Jackson then super kicks him again, but then Kyle O'Reilly hit the brainbuster onto John Silver. And Kyle O'Reilly acted like his shoulder was hurting, so he couldn't lift up John Silver and eliminate him. But then Matt Jackson was like, okay, I got this. He picks him up, throws him over the top rope, eliminating John Silver. And then Kyle O'Reilly comes up quick, eliminating Matt Jackson. And Red Dragon won the tag team battle royale. So yeah, now they'll be in that match with Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy at Revolution for the AEW tag team titles. So yeah, they are one of the number one contenders. Now, this match was pretty good, like I said. But then, after the match ended, the Young Bucks and Red Dragon was getting into it, of course, because of what happened in the match. And while they was getting into it, we seen Adam Page come out, and he gets in there. Bobby Fish gets in his face, Adam Page, and clogs him upside the head and starts beating out Kyle O'Reilly too. And he looks back at the Young Bucks, seeing they was going to do anything. Young Bucks was like, nah, we ain't going to do nothing. Pretty much they get out the ring, and Adam Page was beating the hell out of Red Dragon. And then Adam Cole comes out, and then Adam Page starts beating the hell out of Adam Cole. And he was about to hit the buckshot lariat onto Cole, and then Red Dragon pulled him out the ring, saving Cole. And the Young Bucks was watching Cole getting his ass whooped too at one point. But yeah, Adam Page was still in the ring apron, and then John Silver comes up, with a dive onto Red Dragon, laying them out. He grabs Kyle O'Reilly, throws him into the ring. Kyle O'Reilly gets hit with the buckshot lariat from Page, getting laid out, and then Page grabs a steel chair, sits in the middle of the ring, saying story time with Adam Page, baby. And pretty much he starts talking about his story and everything, how he's going to go to Revolution and beat Adam Cole for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. So yeah, that's what Adam Page said. But yeah, pretty good match and stuff. Good way to kick off Dynamite tonight. So yeah, I'll give it 3 out of 5 stars. It was a pretty good match. Pretty good battle royale. But yeah, pretty good match and everything. But still to come later on tonight, we'll see Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia later on tonight. Now, that match will be a good match. I'll be talking about that match later on. And still a lot of stuff to go on tonight on Dynamite. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So, the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite. So, before I talk about the actual segment with MJF and CM Punk, I want to talk about the interview with Bryan Danielson. So yeah, Bryan Danielson was getting interviewed backstage, talking about how does he feel about going into a match tonight against Daniel Garcia, and he was talking about how he's going to beat Daniel Garcia, how Daniel Garcia pretty much he's really good and everything, but he said he got trained by William Regal, and how he's going to beat Daniel Garcia tonight on Dynamite. So yeah, that's what Bryan Danielson was saying. But then we get to the segment with MJF. Now he comes out and pretty much he looks like he's been crying and everything. Feel bad for MJF. And it was a pretty good segment. It was really well done, I think. Now MJF comes out, he's cutting a promo and everything. Saying about the day that he met CM Punk, how CM Punk said last week how to him, when Punk pulled out a photo, he said to him, it just felt like another Friday and all that. But MJF said, he was talking about his life story and everything, talking about how he went to school. These kids have rolls of quarters, start throwing at him, telling him to pick it up, Jew boy, and all that. So yeah, that's what MJF was saying, and he said, he went and got the photo. He was like, well, you know what? I can't be all upset because I'm going to meet CM Punk tonight on a Friday. So yeah, that's what MJF said, and that's when he got the photo and all that. But then he said he went on Instagram back in 2013, underneath the account Wrestling Classics, and he said that he seen a picture of Bryan Danielson and CM Punk shaking hands. And at that moment, he just wants to piss CM Punk off despite him. And pretty much he packs his bags, get in his car, and pretty much saying how he's going to become the best in the world. So yeah, that's what MJF was saying. And then, he's upset and everything. CM Punk comes out, and he goes Punk was like, is it true? Is this really true? And MJF, he's crying and everything, got tears running down his face, and he says, yes, it is true. And then he gets out the ring, and that's what happens. So yeah, pretty good segment with MJF and Punk. Good stuff from MJF. Well done. But yep, that's what happened. Pretty good segment, like I said. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on AEW Dynamite. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a tag team match, and it was Malachi Black and Brody King, Knights of the Black Throne, Kings of the Black Throne, from the House of Black, versus Pac and Penta Oscuro in a tag team match. Yeah, Penta came out. Nice entrance, by the way, that he made, with the, with his, with the gravesite and everything when he comes out with the shovel. Pretty much this is like the alter ego of Penta. Now, he used it it's like the dark side of Penta, when he used it in Lucha Underground and stuff. If you have, go check that out. So yeah. But this match was pretty good. At the very ending of this match, we seen Malachi Black try to spit the Black Mist into Penta's face, but Penta thinking quick on his feet by covering up Malachi's mouth, so he went and spit at him, and pretty much Malachi started choking on it. Penta rolls him up, got the 3 count, so yeah, Penta, Oscuro, and Pac defeated Malachi Black and Brody King tonight in the tag team match. That's what happened. Pretty good tag team match. If you have it, go check it out. But then after the match ended, Brody King and Malachi Black started attacking Pac and Penta, laying both of them out. Security guards was trying to run out and stuff, and Brody King beat them down as well. But then Malachi Black grabbed a shovel, about to smash Penta's throat with the shovel, and as soon as he lifted it up, the lights go out, and then it comes back on, and Buddy Matthews made his AEW debut. Now this is Buddy Murphy from WWE, but yeah, he got released about a few months ago, whatever. So, but yeah, he's finally made his debut in AEW, and he's underneath the name of Buddy Matthews. So yeah, he came out and it looked like he was going to help out Pac and Penta, but instead he starts beating them down as well, and slams Penta's face into the steel chair, and it looks like Buddy Matthews is now joining the House of Black. So yeah, pretty good match, and what happened after the match was pretty good. I'll give the debut in the match and all that, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. Pretty good match and a good debut with Buddy Matthews. So yeah, pretty good stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Dynamite. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, Eddie Kingston comes out to the ring, and then Chris Jericho comes out to the ring, and they have a bunch of security guards in the ring. And Eddie Kingston was like, "I'm not here to play this bullcrap. This ain't sports entertainment and stuff." So pretty much taking shots at WWE now, and Jericho saying, "It's okay. Well, I mean, we're right down the street from Stanford, so it'll be way more entertaining and stuff." Than that. So yeah, that's what Jericho was saying. So yeah, they was taking shots at WWE and all that stuff. But yeah, they was pretty much, going back and forth and everything. Jericho telling Kingston how he's afraid of success, how his uncle was a failure, how his dad's a failure, and Eddie Kingston deep down inside knows that he's a failure too. That's what Jericho was saying. And Jericho was saying how he didn't even know who Eddie Kingston was. He thought Eddie Edwards was going to be the one debuting at AEW. But yeah, he said how he didn't know about Eddie Kingston. So yeah, his match down here against Cody Rhodes. So yeah, that's what Jericho was saying. And Jericho said how he's going to face Eddie Kingston at AEW Revolution on March 6th. So yeah, that's what Jericho was saying. And Eddie Kingston was like, "Well, I'm fine with the match and everything. But one thing, I don't want to have a match against a Jericho that went to Mimosa. I don't want the one of Jericho where he got pushed off the steel cage by MJF. He said he wants the Jericho that was the first ever AEW World Champion stuff." So yeah, that's what Eddie Kingston was saying. Pretty much. Then Jericho, he starts telling Eddie Kingston how Kingston ain't going to win the big one and everything. How he's afraid of success and all that. And Jericho said that if Eddie Kingston does beat him, he'll look at him in the eyes and shake his hand and tell him that he got his respect. But he's telling him anything before that match, he still thinks that Eddie Kingston can't win the big one. So yeah, that's what Jericho's saying. Pretty good segment with Jericho and Eddie Kingston. Jericho then pretty much said his music and he walked out. So yeah, like I said, good segment. If you have it, go check it out. But up next, we're going to see Ricky Starks versus 10 in a qualifying match up next on Dynamite. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Dynamite, it was a one-on-one match. It was absolute Ricky Starks with Will Hobbs at ringside, and Taz was on commentary, versus 10 of the Dark Order in a qualifying match. So yeah, winner of this match goes to the ladder match at Revolution. This match was pretty good. At the very ending of this match, 10 was trying to lock on the full Nelson. He actually got it locked on at one point, trying to make Ricky Starks tap out. But then Ricky Starks then starts grabbing at the mask, pulling in stuff, and 10 lets go of the full Nelson, trying to fix his mask and everything so he can see. But while he's fixing his mask, Ricky Starks bounces off the ropes, hitting his spear onto 10, and then pins up for the 3 count. So yeah, Ricky Starks defeated 10 tonight in a one-on-one match, and he has now qualified in that ladder match. So in that ladder match so far, I want to say it's Keith Lee, Will Hobbs, Wardlow, and now Ricky Starks. I think that's all 4 of them. So yeah, that's who's all in the ladder match so far. There's still more qualifying matches happening later on this week as well. I think it's like Orange Cassidy versus Anthony Bowens on Rampage, I think, in a qualifying match that will be happening Friday. So yeah. But yeah, this match was okay and everything. I'll give this match 1.5 stars. That's why I'll give this match. It was a short, little, quick match. But up next, we're going to see Jade Cargill versus the Bunny for the TBS Women's Championship. That match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a one-on-one match. It was the TBS Women's Champion, Jade Cargill, versus the Bunny for the TBS Women's Championship. Now, Matt Hardy was at ringside. Mark Sterling was at ringside. At the very ending of this match, we see Matt Hardy distracting Aubrey Edwards, and he throws in the brass knuckles to the Bunny, and then Mark threw the title to Jade. And while Matt and Mark was arguing on the ring apron, distracting Aubrey Edwards, the Bunny was trying to hit Jade with the brass knuckles, but Jade hits her in the hand with the championship. And then Aubrey kicks Matt and Mark away from ringside. So yeah, they got kicked out of ringside. Jade was distracted by that, and then she gets rolled up. She barely kicked out at 2. And then the Bunny hit like a few super kicks onto Jade. And then Jade was about to get hit with the Bunny's finisher move. But then Jade reversed that move into the Glam Slam. She calls it Jaded onto her, and then pins her for the 3 count. So yeah, Jade Cargill defeated the Bunny tonight in a match for the Women's Championship. So yeah, she retained the TBS Women's Championship, and now she's 28-0. And she grabs the mic, starts talking, saying who's going to be next and everything, because she's been beating everybody. And then Ty Conti comes out, and she says, I'll take you on, bitch, and then runs down to the ring, trying to fight with Jade, but then Bunny comes up, and she lays out the Bunny, and then she turns around, and she gets hit with a big boot by Jade, getting laid out, and then Anna Jay comes out with the stool chair, and Jay gets out the ring, and yeah, that's what happens. That was the end of it. So yeah, with the match and everything, I'll give it all 1 else. I'll just give it 1 star. It was okay or whatever. But yeah, up next, I think it'll be the main event. It'll be Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on AEW Dynamite, it was a one-on-one match. It was the main event of tonight. It was Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia in a one-on-one match. And this match, it was a pretty good match. Pretty good technical match. So yeah. Of course, they was hitting the hell out of each other. So yeah, we're going to cut to what happened at the ending of this match. Now, at the ending of this match, we seen Daniel Garcia trying to hit a move onto Bryan Danielson's leg, but Bryan Danielson reversed it, and then he grabs his arm, starts stomping on his face, pretty much knocking him out, and then he puts him in that triangle chokehold while he was flexing and stuff. And Daniel Garcia passed out. So yeah, Bryan Danielson defeated Daniel Garcia tonight in a one-on-one match. Pretty good match, and what happened after the match as well. I'll give that match and everything 3.5 stars. It was a good match. But yeah, after the match ended, 2.0 comes in and attacks Bryan Danielson from behind. But then Jon Moxley comes out and he helps out Bryan Danielson, beats out 2.0, beat him down and stuff, throw him out of the ring. And then Daniel Garcia was trying to hit John Moxley with the steel chair. Bryan Danielson grabs the steel chair, yanks it out of his hands, and then John Moxley turns around, hits the paradigm shift onto Daniel Garcia, laying him out, and then Bryan Danielson grabs the mic and he goes like, you know what, I'll face you at Revolution. So yeah, at Revolution we'll see Bryan Danielson versus John Moxley 1-on-1, and Bryan Danielson said, you're not going to be the only one bleeding in that match, I bet. So yeah, that's what Danielson said, and yeah, pretty good stuff. So yeah, good match and everything at the end. So yeah, like I said, I'll give match and everything 3.5 stars. But for tonight's AEW Dynamite, it was a pretty good show. I'll give it 7.5 stars, or actually, I'll give it 8 stars. It was pretty good. So yeah, everything with the whole show. The main event was good. Buddy Matthews debuting was good. The tag team match with Penta and Pac and the House of Black was pretty good. The tag team battle royale was pretty good. The segment with Punk and MJF was good. Jade Cargill versus the Bunny, it was average. Ricky Starks and 10, it was a little short match, but it was okay. It could have probably been a little bit better, but it was alright for what it was. And yeah, in the segment with Jericho and Eddie Kingston was pretty good as well. So yeah, tonight's AEW Dynamite was pretty good, and yeah, that has been my AEW Dynamite February 23rd, 2022 reviews. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, World of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medeiros, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later for Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage reviews this Friday night. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then.